Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here in Liverpool, and actually in Liverpool Cathedral. I'm here with Robin Moore, who's one of the guides here, just gave us a wonderful tour of this really magnificent institution, which is a fairly recent cathedral. We're going to talk about that. I've actually been here before for a huge dinner for Visit Britain, and we're here with another Visit Britain trip to learn more about Liverpool. So you'll find out about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Robin, first of all, great to meet you, and it's incredible to see your enthusiasm for this wonderful cathedral, which is a fairly recent cathedral, right? Tell us a little bit about the history of it.
Well, it was only built in the 20th century. There was no cathedral in Liverpool until 1904, when the foundation stone was first laid by the then King Edward VII. The building then went on continuously for 74 years.
That's amazing. So it took 74 years to complete, right?
Yep. And even through both world wars, there was a workforce here continuing putting stones on other stones. So on it went, and then finally in 1978 it was finished. And the Queen at the time then came to a special service here to celebrate the fact that...
Which was actually here. I think when we look back at this photograph right behind us.
Yeah, that's right. She came on a number of other occasions as well. So
you've had King Charles has been here as well, right?
That's right. Yes. Various members of the royal family have turned up for special services. Yeah.
Now, this cathedral is, I believe, the largest in all of Britain, and maybe one of the largest in Europe, right?
It's certainly the largest in Britain. It's a question of how you measure bigness, right, when you decide whether it's the biggest. It's not the biggest in Europe. St. Peter's in Rome is clearly the biggest, but it's one of the biggest in the world, certainly.
Yeah, and it is amazing. And what I love about it is that it's a living, breathing cathedral. I mean, you walk through the main area of the cathedral, and there's actually a little cafe, there's a shop, and yet there are services that go on here every day, and choral evensong and all that as well, right?
Oh, yes. It's the services that take place, 3 services every day, 4 on a Sunday. Those are just the regular services. Of course, we have special services. As you saw, there was a wedding celebration happening today as well. But those are just extras. But the main services are set in stone. Nothing will change those services. They are bound to take place every day.
Now, you mentioned where the wedding we saw was going. It was actually in another chapel, what was called the Lady Chapel?
The Lady Chapel. It's dedicated to Our Lady, the Mother of Jesus. Okay. And that was the first part of the building to be brought into use. When they started to build, they knew that the main cathedral was going to take many decades to build, so they wanted to have a space where they could start to hold services as soon as possible. It took them 6 years to build the Lady Chapel, but it's a lovely space for sort of small private services. We can seat 200 in there, and it's got its own organ and its own entrance, so it's a lovely space.
It was beautiful, and we could hear some of the organ music there, but you do organ music every day right here, right?
Well, yes, not necessarily every day, but the choir services take place 6 days a week. Right. The choir department, the music department have Wednesday off. So,
so they're stuff like that. Yeah. But so if you want to come here, and it's free to enter, right?
Absolutely, yes, free to any, and everybody is welcome of all denominations.
And then the other thing, for a slight charge, you can go up in the tower, right, to see the bells, right?
That's right, yeah. It's £6 it is at the moment. Okay. I don't know whether it's going to go up at all, but anyway, that's quite an adventure and well worth doing if anybody's visiting Liverpool. Especially on a clear day, you can see right the way across the Wirral Peninsula and over to North Wales, which is where I live.
You know, it's amazing because I knew about this cathedral for a long time, but I didn't realize it was the biggest in Britain, and that, you know, I did come here for an event that I was like, I can't believe they're having this dinner in a cathedral.
Yeah, well, as I said to you earlier, there's nothing that isn't holy about
eating, right?
Eating and drinking. There's nothing heathen about that, so there's no reason why we can't. And of course, in the communion services, we eat and drink wine, so this is just an extension of that. And it's a great use of the building, and I know people that have been to things like yours have always spoken very highly, and it's a good way of publicising the fact that we are here, and we are here for everybody.
And also a good way of financing the building as well.
Absolutely, yes. The maintenance cost is, I don't know what it is these days, but we manage it one way and another.
Yeah. So if your clients are interested to come here and get a tour from Robin and get to see all over the cathedral, go up to the top of the tower for a slight extra fee. And if you're lucky enough, you're with a group, you can arrange sort of a group event here to kind of have lunch or dinner here as well. We're actually going to have some lunch in a little while. So there you go.
Yeah, it does help. It helps if we know that when a group is coming. For instance, if there was a large group, we want to make sure that we can split the group into smaller groups, and we have enough guides to cope with that. So it helps. Just contact the usual telephone number or website and let us know that you're coming, and then we can arrange to have the right number of guides available.
Now, anything else you want to tell? We go out to about 110,000 travel agents in the U.S. who are sending their clients your way. Anything else you want to tell them?
Well, Liverpool as a city is a great city. We have more listed buildings in Liverpool than any other city in the country apart from London. So if you come to Liverpool, Liverpool Cathedral should be high on your list of priorities. But there are many other places in Liverpool, and of course we have some good football teams as well.
You do as well, and also a little group called the Beatles was here. So aside
I've heard of them. Yes. Yes.
Who are they? Who are there? But so there are tons of reason to come here.
There is a history there because Paul McCartney was in fact turned down as a member of the choir here. When he applied. He was turned down, but he came back many years later and produced something called the Liverpool Oratorio.
Oh, I've heard of that, yeah.
Yeah, and that was a great success. And Paul was extremely friendly with everybody. He would sign autographs for anybody that asked him, and he was very, very welcome. And he loves Liverpool. There's no doubt about
absolutely.
It. Yeah.
Well, again, Robin, I want to thank you for first the tour, which was excellent, and also for all this information now. And it's been a great visit here. I want to come back next time I'm in Liverpool. But he's a fountain of information all about Liverpool Cathedral, and you can find it all right here. Again, thanks so much.
Okay. Well, thanks very much for coming. And we always say to people, you've enjoyed it, we'll come again sometime.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.